What's going on, everyone? I'm Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, and I'm here to give you guys my review on Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Now, Call of Juarez Gunslinger is a Western arcade first-person shooter-based game, and I gotta say, this game was a ton of fun.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
Now let me go ahead and talk about the graphics. The graphics overall are top notch. They put a lot of detail into this game. Now people are going to say it kind of reminds them of Borderlands. Others are going to say it has that comic book feel. To me, it's kind of a mixture of Borderland graphics and comic book and combined into this one game, which stood out really well. This game may be only $15, but the level of detail they put into this game is outstanding and top notch, from the different environments, from the buildings, the character designs, from the weapon details, and even the environments off in the distance. Overall, the graphics are outstanding and well worth the price.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed. I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers. And repay him I did.
As for the gameplay works great. You feel like you're in a Western arcade, which is exactly how you're supposed to feel because this is what the game is. Now in the game, your character is narrating the story and you're playing through his experience of, why he became a bounty hunter, who he's searching for, and why he's seeking revenge and all that. Now in the game, you are able to use a wide variety of different weapons, from 6 shooters, dual wielding your 6 shooters, rifles, shotguns, and even a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun. And of course, we cannot forget the TNT, which enemies will use and you could use yourself. And of course, on occasion, you may actually get a chance to use a Gatling gun, which then you would actually have to rotate the barrel in order for it to shoot. The whole classic Western feel, which actually works out great. And of course, in the game, basically what happens is that you're killing a wide variety of different enemies depending on where he is in the story. He could be killing basically ghosts from his past, other cowboys, or he could be in a duel with, whoever it is he's searching for that bounty. Now, pretty much what happens is that every time you kill an enemy, depending on how you kill them, from close range, headshots, close quarters, and of course, depending if you're killing them in a slow motion state, and of course melee attacks as well, you're going to get what's called experience points. You have a meter on the bottom left corner, basically indicating of how much you need until you level up. When you actually reach the maximum level, you're going to get what's called an experience point, which then you could use to upgrade your weapons. In terms of upgrading weapons, you're able to upgrade your 6 shooters, rifles, and shotguns. Pretty much they're all, whatever weapon is in that category, that's what you're going to upgrade. And the type of upgrades could go from damage increasing the amount of focus you have, in terms of, how quickly you recharge your focus, and of course, faster reloading as well, which I definitely recommend for when you're using the 6 shooters, which is pretty much the weapon I used in the game. And of course, in the game, there's also like explosive barrels, which you could use, to kill enemies with, and so much more. So pretty much like I'm saying, it is a Western arcade shooter. You're killing enemies, you're gaining experience points, you're able to upgrade your weapons, and you do have a wide variety of different weapons to choose from.
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it. Hold on, were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys? Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
As for the sound in this game is fantastic, from the voice acting, the sounds of the enemies, the guns, environments off in the distance, and even the music. Everything in this game is top notch. For a $15 game, they really put a lot of effort and detail into this game. Like I said, the graphics are already outstanding, the gameplay is fantastic, and now even the sound design. And I think one of my personal favorites in terms of the sound in this game is whoever did the voice acting as the bounty hunter, the one who's currently narrating the story as you're playing the game. In my opinion, he did an outstanding outstanding job. And of course, I also like the sound effects of the weapons themselves. They sound exactly like they're supposed to be. And of course, too, when you're taking cover and enemies are shooting at you, you can hear the bullets whizzing past your over your head, and of course the sounds of ricocheting, hitting objects off in the distance. Overall, the sound design is top notch. As for the lifespan in this game is great. What happens is that you have a wide variety of different things to choose from. You have story mode, arcade, and duels. In the story mode, you're playing through the actual story of the bounty hunter. As he's narrating the story, you're playing through his story. And of course, not only that, as soon as you beat the game, you actually unlock a new difficulty mode called Game Plus mode, in which in that mode, you're going to have absolutely no HUD at all. You're able to keep all your upgrades, and the enemy is going to be much more harder to kill, which I think is a great mode. Next up, you have the arcade mode. In the arcade mode, you're basically competing to see who's going to get the highest score on each of the different story modes. That pretty much you're replaying through the story, but in an arcade format, competing on the leaderboards against other online players. And you also, last but not least, have a duel mode, which you're going to pretty much, the Western style one-on-one actual duel, or even a Mexican standoff, which I think is great. I think what would have been cool to add for the duel mode is maybe like a multiplayer option to to face against other online players. I think that would have been cool for a duel mode, but that is not the case. You're only facing against the AI. But I thought that would have been cool if there was like a multiplayer against other real players. But that's just my personal opinion. But overall, this game is great, and it does have a lot of offer. Not only that, there are also collectibles throughout the actual story mode. So if you're the type of person who likes getting collectibles, of which also the collectibles do earn you experience, you do have that option as well.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
As for the innovative, did they bring anything new to the table, or is this something that we've seen in past titles? To be honest, this is stuff that we've seen in past titles, which is not a bad thing, because they took what was good from past titles, put it into their very own new title, and in the end worked out great. Like I said, for a $15 title, they actually put a lot of hard work and detail into this game. This game really shows. I did have a ton of fun with this game. In the end, I'm going to go ahead and give Call of Juarez Gunslinger a full 10 out of 10. The graphics are great, the sound design, the gameplay, everything about it was fantastic. Like I said, the only thing that I thought would have been cool, it's just like my own personal opinion, is that in the duel mode to have an option to face against other online players. I thought that would have been a cool option to have, but it's not the case. But still, in the end, I still had a ton of fun with this game. Like I said, a full 10 out of 10. For $15, this is well worth your money. Anyways, that's it for my review. If you guys want to check out the full walkthrough, you can check that over at Gamerfuzion.com. Anyways, I'm Sir James, and remember, Gamerfuzion empowers your gaming.